The air was filled with tension and great expectation for this Miller 500. It was the first time the rebels from NASCAR had run this new $25 million speedway in Ontario, California. And it was the first time Californians had ever witnessed the late model stocks on an oval track. They were all here, the pride of Southern racing. While being used to the high banks, most of them seemed to like this comparatively flat track and handled it with ease. However, there's a great deal of difference between practice and qualifying runs, as opposed to the 51 cars in a go-for-broke charge for the checkered flag. A.J. Foyt placed his Mercury number 21 on the pole with a time of 151.711 miles an hour. Grand National Champion Bobby Isaac won the second starting spot in his 71 Dodge. And the Daytona 500 winner Richard Petty had the third position on the outside of the front row in this first-time three-abreast start. Over 80,000 fans were on their feet as this spectacular field thundered down the front straightaway for the green flag, and the race is underway. It's Bobby Isaac who wins the drag into turn one, followed by Foyt and Petty. After only one lap, A.J. Foyt charges Isaac, gets a wheel underneath him, and takes the lead. The scramble is on, and the traffic is wild. Bobby Isaac is back and challenges Foyt on the high side, but he finds out that the outside groove on a flat track is not like the high banks at Daytona. Foyt staves him off to keep the lead. Faster cars are beginning to lap the field, and there's action on every corner of the racetrack. Ron Gouch in the Ford number 82 blows an engine, spins, and takes number 44 with him. With the yellow flag out, the leaders scream into the pits. Brothers haven't lost their touch as they get Foyt's Mercury back on the track in 21 seconds. Leroy Yarborough in number 99 gets right side rubber and fuel. Isaac stays on the track and avoids a pit stop. This gives him the lead on the restart, with Petty and Baker right on his tail. There goes another one. Pedro Rodriguez in car number 20 slams into the rear end of Benny Parsons and spins him all over turn two. Another yellow is out, and this time Isaac heads for the pits. It's a quick stop, but as he goes back out, he's second to Foyt. Baker, Petty, and Bobby Allison are pacing themselves beautifully. As they pour out of turn two, Foyt has the lead with some very fast company right on his tail in the form of Isaac, Petty, Baker, and now Freddie Lorenzen. Now Lorenzen stands on it down the front chute and slides his number 99 Dodge underneath Foyt to take the lead. That's 10 lead changes so far. This is a brand new form of racing for Californians, and they love it. Through turn one and two, Foyt begins his charge and closes the gap on Lorenzen. He wants that number one spot back. Kevin Terrace blows his Hemi Plymouth on the back chute, slides all the way across the infield and slams into the retaining wall. Another car hits Terrace's oil from that blown engine and spins down the back straightaway. The caution is out now, and half the field makes a dive for pit row. Watch this action.
Man, did you see that? Oh man, this is getting good. Stick around, because there's more to come. We go back in the day. The show was Car and Track, and the man, well, that was Bud Lindemann.
When you turn 40 stockers loose, you've got traffic you wouldn't believe.
Good suit, Bud. Are y'all ready to go back in the day, people?
On the restart, it's Foyt, Bobby Isaac, Baker, Lorenzen, and Petty. It looks like the Wood brothers and Foyt are the combination to beat. A few laps later, Lorenzen pushes the STP Dodge into the number 2 spot behind Foyt. AJ will have to hustle now because Freddie is coming on. Lorenzen blasts his way down the front chute, moves up alongside Foyt, and takes him and the lead going into turn 2. Petty, who's been running strong since the green flag and pacing himself very well, has now moved into second place, just a holler behind Lorenzen. This is Richard's kind of race, and he could be the boy to watch. Lorenzen tries every trick in the book to put some insurance on that lead, but Petty doesn't let him get out of sight. And now Foyt starts to close in on Petty. Through turn 4, AJ moves around Petty, takes second, and begins a bid for the number 1 spot. Here's where he gets it. Foyt stands on it, dives down low, and explodes that big cyclone into the lead. Now it's Foyt, Lorenzen, Petty, and Baker. They're all wound out. Look out, Lorenzen lost it. Freddie blew that Hemi in the 4th turn and spun in his own oil all the way down the front chute. There was a fire in the engine compartment, and the track fire crew were there just seconds after he came to a halt. Lorenzen gets out in a hurry, and he's all right. This accident brings another caution flag out, and Foyt is the first car into the pits. Bobby Isaac comes in for a quick tire change. Here's Petty for right side rubber and fuel. The track is swept clean, the green flag falls, and this race is underway once again. On the 175th lap, Foyt was in the lead when his crew called him in for what they hoped would be his last pit stop. This put Richard Petty in the number 1 spot. "14 seconds later, after receiving fuel only, Foyt goes back on the track. This is a shot of the mistake that could have cost Richard Petty the race. On the 185th lap, he came in for fuel, overshot his pit, and the officials made him go all the way around the track and come back. After making his legal stop, Petty comes back second to Foyt. Buddy Baker pits and gets back to take the 3rd spot. Pound toward the finish, AJ has the lead, and Baker passes Petty to take over second. On the 200th lap, AJ Foyt screams down the front chute 8 seconds ahead of Buddy Baker to take the checkered flag. 25 cars failed to make the finish. Foyt's Mercury made victory lane. AJ picked up a check for $51,800, the trophy, and the checkered flag for the first annual Miller High Life 500 at Ontario Motor Speedway.